Hello everyone and welcome to the Diddy Kong Racing Time Trials Tournament match in Group D, our final group between dalerben61 and DSC Zojalyx. I am Dr. Fish and alongside me will be Peaks for this commentary.
So it's
Peaks is a bit preoccupied at the moment, but everything will get going soon. We need to get our coin flip and everything going.
Gotta open up the track selector thing, so
Yeah.
keep track of the tracks.
Yep. Okay, so just to give some information on how this match is going to work. It is a best of 13, so whoever is first to 7 points, or whoever gets 7 points, will earn a bonus 5 points. However, because this is group stages, we will play all 13 tracks. And for the first 9 tracks, we're going to have 3 car, 3 hovercraft, and 3 plane. So that way we get to see all 3 vehicles in a match.
And then the last 3 are anything goes.
Yes. That is your last 4. And then, so,
Oh yeah, it is 4.
it's all good.
See, Ben, he is the favorite on this. He is currently ranked 25th on the Time Trials leaderboard, and Zojalyx, what is he ranked at? I don't really see him submit that many stuff to the site.
Yeah, I actually don't know where he's ranked. I'll go ahead and try and pull up both people's sheets.
See, he's ranked 110.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure that's mostly because he does not submit anything. Well, very much. Like, if you look at his...
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot. He has a couple times. He has Windmill Plains car and Ancient Lake car submitted. He has times, but they're just not on the site.
Yeah. I would... Though, I have seen him post some things in the Discord, so I would assume he is in the general area around, probably, on the rankings of 50, I would assume.
Possibly. I don't know. He might be a little bit lower on it. However, we do have our first match. Of course, we have AL Plane and the band was Boulder Canyon. So an interesting band. dalerben is very much known as a hovercraft player. His best times are all in hover, which is very interesting to see. So we'll see how the hover picks come around. See if we see maybe more defaulty hovers, even with Boulder Canyon band. If we get to see Whale Bay and Pirate Lagoon. But here we go. We're just waiting for countdown to get into round 1. So AL Plains a very fast track.
It is the fastest standard track.
That is true. It's the fastest non-shortcut track is Ancient Lake Plain.
The world record is like, what was it, 30 seconds?
30 seconds. Yep.
Yeah, 30 something.
Yeah.
Now look at that.
Okay. So both players, and Ben missing the first zipper.
30.95.
Yeah, by, I'm gonna say Giz.
Yep.
Okay. So So we're gonna see them both come here, and oh, Ben missing a lot of the zippers, but he's still not that far behind Zojalyx. He actually takes the lead with a couple of really nice barrel rolls, and you can see that I can just tell that Ben feels a lot more comfortable in playing. Nice 1283 lap. Oh, he even grabs the zipper. This track is normally done with TT, so none of these players. So especially on AL playing, you won't see any drumstick usually. Ben's gonna finish in there with a 43. That's a very good time, especially in a one try. Zojalyx is gonna finish up with likely around a 57. Yep. So got a 43.68 for Ben and a 57.71 for Zojalyx now, as Ben takes the first point.
I find it a bit odd how Zojalyx went for the final air zipper instead of the co zipper. That's normally what we go for because faster and easier to like not get a lag.
Yeah, because the one thing that you about plane is that if you take and same with hover, if you don't enter those zippers like square or around square, you're not gonna get a good boost like at all. Okay, so here we have our first hover pit. So we have Whale Bay, but I'll touch back on the plane. That's why we go for the ground zipper there, because the ground zipper, it's a lot. You get a much better boost off of it most of the time.
Whale Bay.
So yeah, but we're gonna see Whale Bay here. Just looking at the differences in PBs, it looked like there's about 10 seconds difference. Ben with a 51 and Zojalyx with a 1 minute 1 second. So let's see how this plays out.
A lot of this track plays on how well you get your boost, and which I think this is a good track to get a good understanding of how this work, especially in balloon races. I would. So
I agree. Yeah, and we see right off the bat the boost. Like Ben got a really good boost off of the zipper. Makes a clean entrance on the whale. Oh, so does Zojalyx. That's good. Both players getting clean whale jumps. Ben's gonna get about a 19 lap to start. A very nice boost there. Could have been maybe a little better, but you take what you can get in hover. We can note the banana difference. The bananas. Oh, as he bumps into one of the oranges.
I think that's supposed to be a boy.
A buoy. Yeah, but they look like oranges.
It's pronounced boy.
Boy? Oh, okay.
I know, it spelled like buoy, but like, it's actually...
Okay, so Ben finishing with a 53, a nice clean Whale Bay. Definitely good for a one try. And Zojalyx is coming in, gonna get just about a 1-0. Gonna get a bit over a minute here. But some nice snaking at the end there. His lap's getting progressively better, which is nice to see.
Yeah. Let's see what the next pick is. What was Go?
Okay, so Zojalyx seems like he's sticking with his picks, because the AL plane pick was done by dalerben, as Zojalyx won the coin toss and opted to ban. So I'm interested to see how Zojalyx is picking, and it definitely looks like he's going a bit more default for speedrunning stuff. I know that Ben's mainly a time trialer, but I mean he does have familiarity with every single track. And Zojalyx has done mainly speedrunning stuff, like through all trophy races. So and this is definitely an interesting track. I really like Walrus Cove.
Yeah, it's definitely Zojalyx going for the default vehicles, because he would probably be familiar with them, so that would mean it would be like probably more of a challenge for Ben to beat him.
Yeah.
And you saw the same kind of thing with
Yeah, definitely. I can attest to our match. I lost majority of the default car picks that came in because I'm not as great at them in time trials. He had a much better understanding of them. So we see Zojalyx opting for bananas, missing quite a bit of the even the boosts, even the like zippers that we normally would get regardless. And Ben with a 31 lap to start. It looks like he's going pretty smoothly. And a 37 lap from Zojalyx. Looking to see him grab the 2 boosts that we just saw Ben grab there, and chain them into the cave there. Ooh, Ben bouncing around. He actually touches the ice and bounces back up. So Zojalyx might get a little bit of time back, but it doesn't. It seems like it's not too bad of a mistake. Oh, and Ben having some issues with the hill part area there. That can happen frequently if you're definitely can happen if you're riding very close to the hill there and drifting. So that can happen.
Yeah.
I didn't see what Ben finished with, but we'll see in a second.
I think it was 132.
Oh, okay. We got a 147 from Zojalyx. Ben with the 135.10. Yeah. With all 31 laps. So that's consistency, but maybe not exactly what he wanted.
Yeah, not getting like substantial sector laps, but first lap.
Yeah, first lap was nice. Okay, so we're gonna see Haunted Woods car. So that's our second car track. We have a plane track, a hover track. Now we have 2 car tracks. The Haunted Woods car is a super fast track, which is fun.
Yeah. Making a specific turn very well can be kind of difficult. You'll see what I'm talking about shortly.
Yeah. So it didn't look like their PBs were that far apart. So we'll see how this might actually be a pretty close one. This track in general can create very close matchups because it is difficult. There are some difficult parts and you can just bomb pretty easily. But Ben coming out with a slight banana advantage. Oh, both put.
And
yeah.
Zojalyx bonking right there.
That's a common bomb.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. That area, it can be pretty difficult to do.
Yeah, Ben had a pretty good start. He also bonks in the same spot that Zojalyx did last time, so it's not. So it's definitely not as far apart as the 4 seconds was previously. It's Ben getting another 18 lap, and Zojalyx with a 17 lap, so he gained about 1 second on that lap. Ben missing both zippers there, but Zojalyx having issues getting around the corner. So I think Ben's gonna finish up with about a 55. That's a nice one try time. Zojalyx is gonna get just about a minute.
Yeah.
I'm not. Because the time on his cartridge said like a minute. I'm not sure if that's an actual PP or not. Okay, it's not a PP. Just a different card. He's using a different cartridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on a GS card. That's what his time's on a GS card.
I believe his wheel PB is like a 49.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me look at that. Yeah, you are right. It's a 49 flat. So I assume that Japanese might be a shortcut cartridge.
Yeah, that is most likely the.
Okay, so Hot Top Volcano HTV plane has been picked.
Oh, please, and the queen here. Let's go.
Oh man, so I wonder, because Drumstick is the default, or Drumstick is the character that people will use on this track. I am not sure if either character wants to switch to Drumstick. His handling is quite different than TT's. So like if you go ahead and do it, if you go ahead and swap, it could be difficult to adjust to his handling, which might cause pretty bad time. But I think both players are just gonna stick here with TT.
Better safe than sorry, I suppose.
Definitely. So let's look at the PBs here. Ben's 3-lap standard is 106.06, which is a very good time. It's a top 20, and also his lap is also top 15. So Ben's has pretty good playing times here. Zojalyx doesn't have any time submitted, but you're gonna see even routing difference in the front there, where Ben goes ahead and grabs, goes for both bananas. Only gets one, but he does go for the bananas there. He's having a pretty okay time here. This looks like and Zojalyx himself is also not. It's just going a little slower, but I didn't see any major mistakes so far. He
actually bonked on the side of that entrance right there on the left side.
Gotcha. Okay, so he had one bonk. I was gonna say maybe there was a bonk because of the time of the lap time. So Ben's gonna get a 22 lap here on lap 2, and he's going to make a nice route adjustment and not catch himself in bonk really harshly. The tunnels themselves are pretty difficult. If you try to decide you want to barrel roll in them, you really have to be precise. Ooh, getting pretty fortunate there that he didn't really have a bad bonk. He's gonna finish with a 114. Zojalyx having a pretty nice time himself. He's gonna finish not too far behind. Missing one of those 2 last zippers, which Ben actually did, it's very difficult. You can lose all your speed, especially because you let go the A button to get more speed going through them. So we do have a 127.70 and a 27.96. I believe that is actually a double PB for Zojalyx, so congratulations.
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay, so we still have, I think, 2 hovers and a point to play. Yeah, I want to say that. Yeah. So we have Pirate Lagoon has been selected. We have our next hover track. And Pirate Lagoon's also is very, very dependent on getting really good boosts, especially at the end, and which we'll highlight when we get to that point.
Good, you're turning. The hood is zipper to land a good boost, and it's definitely the final.
Yes. Especially to land the boost and get the jump, because the zipper, as you'll see, isn't quite in line with the ramp. So you have to position yourself for it, and when you get it, and it's done nicely, it looks so beautiful, but it can be very costly if you do it, if you don't quite get it.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely one of the biggest pain in the butt zippers. But there were certainly a lot worse ones.
Yeah, and we saw Zojalyx missing that first zipper, and he did it. And he was opting for some bananas on the little ramp at the end of. Okay, both players getting a nice boost there. They both hit the ramp and did a good job. So I think Ben's about 3 seconds ahead. Had about a 3-second better lap, but both players playing very well at the start of lap 2. Ben looks like he's about to go on to lap 3. 19 lap.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, definitely. Zojalyx is going to have 23.90, which is a pretty good lap as well. Ben gonna finish up here with about a 102.
That is pretty dang good on a one try.
One try, Pyro Lagoon, yeah. But Zojalyx getting over the hop all 3 times there, so that's really good, and that's a double PB again. So 114.53, very good.
Let's go, man. Coming out here with all these PBs. Who's the real winner here?
Yeah. So it is 6-0. So if Ben does take this next point, or any point at all in the rest of the match, he will get the extra bonus, and we have treasure car caves.
Treasure car caves.
Yeah, I know. Treasure caves car selected. I completely forget things. Yeah.
Now this one is definitely alright in time trials, but in balloon races,
No.
it's god awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
at
because
least
of that one balloon.
we have no clue what to do with it. So there's things that you can try, but none of them are consistent. However, this time trial is consistent. So, and it's a blast when you go really fast. I'm gonna specifically look on laps 2 and 3 to see how these players take this section going into the cave. So both players not too far behind. As I would kind of expect, Ben's gonna get about a 16:35, and Zojalyx, I think he must have missed.
Yeah, he missed the final zipper.
Yeah, he must have missed the zipper because he was doing really good up until that point, honestly. Ben cruising around. He has his 10 bananas. We go a 15 lap. Zojalyx here gonna boost it. He's gonna get a 16. That's pretty nice. Gosh, Ben flirting with disaster on that. But he does finish. And Zojalyx with a 51. 46.50 from Ben, that's nice. Very nice times from both, not too far apart.
Definitely a solid play from both.
So Ben does win the match, and he will get the extra points, and so we'll keep going from here. I think we need wait, was that too many car tracks? That might have been too many car tracks.
I think we done treasure
no,
caves,
never mind. My bad. I didn't keep track of myself. No, that was good. Then he picked Fossil Canyon Plain. This is the spicy pick.
Oh my god, this is the a-hole pick right here, Fossil Canyon Plain.
This is the spicy pick. Yeah, Fossil Canyon Plain is quite. Yeah. My bad on that. I'm not keeping track correctly. But we do have both players ready. And like we both said, this is a difficult track, honestly. So I do like this pick, because maybe Ben might slip. Ben might have a pretty bad time on this track. But right away, we're gonna see Ben go for the ground zipper, which while Zojalyx was going for the air zipper and he missed it, so he misses out on getting a nice early boost. Looks like he also might have missed at least one boost in the section
and bonking around the corner.
Yeah, bonking. He bonked going around the corner, so a little bit of a rough time here. And he's gonna grab this outer air zipper, which is quite slow, but however,
yeah, you generally do not go for that zipper because it's like pretty much impossible to like not lag.
Yeah, and if you are gonna go for it, if you do decide that's the route you want to go, you could, you definitely need to make more of an intentional route to get it, because that way you can actually hit it head on and not like lose all the speed going for it. Oh, he does miss it there, but Ben bonking himself in the cave on the final lap, but he'll finish up strong here.
Oh, that bonk at the side. It looked like he was trying to go for the triple.
Oh yeah, the triple boost.
But it's too good.
Yeah, that can happen. Plane is difficult to control, honestly.
Yeah, it's definitely the hardest vehicle considered.
So we got a 139. We did see there was a flap. Yeah, 29 is a flap for Zojalyx and Ben with a 160. So a decent one try time. He did have the bad bonk, but otherwise very good. So we do have the pick of Everfrost Peak Hover, which
God, it's not playing.
yeah. So we won't be seeing EP car or EP plane. We're gonna see it in hover form. Hover is very interesting. There's gonna be a fun little exchange that we'll see, or a fun little jump around, and you're gonna see the players trying to go from a ground zipper to a air zipper here.
It's definitely satisfying because you go out flying everywhere.
Yep, you fly a lot on this track. It's quite fun. Yeah.
You can go flying around at the turn outside the tunnel in code as well, but it's definitely a more difficult strat to land.
Yeah. So Ben gets it on lap 1. He gets the jumps. While Zojalyx didn't. I think he missed the ground zipper, so he didn't get to go for the
no, his boost was not to carry.
Oh, okay, yeah, his boost. Okay, so his boost didn't carry. Ben having a pretty nice time here. On 27 laps. That's really good. So Zojalyx is gonna finish this lap with about a 38 lap. So I mean, you can just kind of see how difficult snaking can be, and when you see someone who just does really well at it, it's quite amazing to watch.
I wouldn't say snaking is necessarily difficult, but the fact that having an irregular rhythm is detrimental to your speed is the part that makes it hard.
That's true. I would agree with that. Because snaking pretty much helps keep your speed. So you'll see both players going back and forth, and because they're turning, they're constantly maintaining speed, or at least gaining it and maintaining it. So Ben's gonna finish up there with a 121. That's pretty good, especially for one try.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. Zojalyx, each lap seems to be getting better. He did unfortunately miss that last zipper, but his movement seems to be getting better in hover, as he does get a double PB with it. He gets the sub 34 lap, so that's very good. Congratulations. And now we have all tracks available. Now that we've passed the 9 courses.
So it's now when anything goes around here, so as long as the track is not banned, you can pick it with any vehicle that they wish, and it looks like we're going to Greenwood Village code.
Yeah. Which is quite. I think Greenwood Village car is a really solid track for learning car movement and learning tight turning and stuff in car. So you're gonna see a lot of like rocky terrain and we're gonna see the S bend at the end, and to see how that could kind of change like how each player like moves, and you'll see the familiarity that they have with car. So first things first, both players here are gonna go for try to grab 4 bananas and go. It looks like both players actually missing the zipper and losing time. However, I think Ben did grab 1 extra banana there. However, unlike and there's kind of just what I was talking about with the movement. Zojalyx was he's using a more sharper RB turn where he's holding his R button, but he's tapping the B to grab to take the turn and tighter, and just trying to guarantee that he's gonna go get it. And you see Ben doing it there as well. He had a little bit of a tricky time going through the wrist boost.
Both playing very well right now.
Yeah. Oh, bonk from Ben. Both players. I mean, okay. So Zojalyx does grab the boost there. He does go very wide. One thing that I'll note is that Zojalyx wasn't, at least there, he wasn't drifting up the ledge. One thing that helps a lot in car when you have a ledge like that is drifting either from side to side or just one way, so you can grab to go up pretty fast. We see a 128 from Zojalyx, and we'll see what Ben got here in a second or two. He got a 121.98, so
probably not a time he's very happy with, I would say.
No, probably not. I know he had some problems on lap 3, but it looks like in general that he took it a bit safer, especially if you compare it to his PB of a 116. Okay, so we have 3 more tracks here. Let's see what we get. We're gonna get an interesting pick. Another pick I quite like.
Dust Alley. Oh god.
Spaceport Alpha car.
Oh yeah, Spaceport Alpha Code.
Yeah, it's much better than Space Dust Alley car. And there's
no. I object to that.
Okay. I like Spaceport Alpha car. It's fun. There are no zippers on this track. I don't know. I think taking the tunnel is kind of neat.
That's the only neat part of it. Like, there's no zippers. Come on, you can't go fast.
Okay, fine. I will concede it is difficult to go fast on, but I think it's unique. It's at least a unique track. It's the only car track that we play on that doesn't have zippers. It's got the vent that we're gonna see both players try to navigate well.
It's like playing with the cheat codes that the zippers on.
Yeah, right. So both players doing a pretty good job there, both recognizing how you have to take that you have to try and get to the corners where there's not as much airflow. Ben just a little slightly ahead, and he also has 2 extra bananas, which means that he'll be going a little bit faster because of it. But once both players get 10 bananas, it doesn't matter anymore with the banana difference. So 27 lap for Ben, 28 lap for Zojalyx,
It's
1 second apart.
It's 30.
Wait,
30.
37 and 38. My bad. I can't read the numbers very well. Thank you for being my eyes. Yeah. I mean, if they got those laps, that'd be insane.
That would. I mean, I'm pretty sure that would be on world record pace.
Yes. Ben's gonna get about a 35 flat, and 36.51 from Zojalyx. So they're very close.
Yeah.
This last vent, if Ben has a not so good vent, which he does, and Zojalyx doesn't, or Zojalyx also does. Oh, he does float a little, but he does get down clean, so he didn't lose that much time. There is definitely a difference in movement in the laser room, where Zojalyx just kind of bouncing around, and Ben confirms that he got a real PB, a 146.81 with a 34.68, so that's a dual PB. Congratulations.
Let's go, Ben.
Yeah, let's go.
And Zojalyx managed to keep up pretty well with Ben on pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Ben is top 25 player, as I mentioned before, so
yeah. And I think that was one of his weakest card tracks. I know he and I were going over stuff earlier today, and he was worried about people picking into Dragon and into Dragon Forest and Future Funland against him. So he did well. He got a PB on a track that probably hasn't PB'd in a while. So we had Jungle Falls Plain picked, another track that also mainly that players will use drumstick on, but he's gonna stick to TT here. Both players will likely.
yeah, this is Jungle Falls Plain. It's definitely a pain. I actually find it more painful with TT than drumstick, funnily enough.
Yeah, which is, I haven't played this track much with TT. I've mainly just done it with drumstick when I was just trying to get my time on it to start. Zojalyx missed all the bananas. He will grab the ground zipper. Ooh, a little love for the top of Jungle Falls. But that is slower because usually you want to take the tunnel, and then you'll go ahead and grab the ground zipper that's at the end of the tunnel, like we were doing car. Oh, Ben with a painful bonk.
And that just leveled up the playing
field. Leveled the playing field, yeah. Oh,
accidental flip. Oh my god, those are the worst.
Yeah,
it just completely rendered Ben's previous mistake invalid.
Yeah, pretty much. As you guys can see, plane bonks are very harsh. So Ben's gonna finish up here with about a 1 minute time. Oh, never mind. I stand mistaken. Oh, that's actually the commentator's curse. I am so sorry, my friend. I'll apologize to him after that.
Oh, 103.7. And
yeah. And
Zojalyx getting a PB. Congratulations on that.
So let's see what we get for our last pick, our last course. Yeah. Okay. So we actually have a course dedication here. We have Dark Moon Cavern's car for our good friend Obio.
Man, what's with everyone ending it with Dark Moon? Dude, everyone trying to please this bio guy, but
Yeah, this person who
this
worked his
bio guy, more like
so
no bio.
this Obio person who worked his butt off to help get this tournament going.
No bio.
Obio. Alright, so we've got Dark Moon Caverns cards.
Don't get me wrong, dude, I love Obio.
Yeah, I love Obio.
It's fun to mess with them. That is literally what we do all the time. So.
Okay, so we have this is a fun course. I wouldn't say it's fun, it's a bonk heavy course. Many people have called it Bonk Moon Caverns in its day because there's lots of places to bonk, especially the crater, especially this, I guess it would be the crater section.
Yeah, it's definitely a place to attract that's hard to avoid bonking.
Yeah. And actually, fun fact, it has a neat little out of bounds in the loop, but we won't see that, sadly, because this is no out of bounds. It's standard, so there is no shortcuts allowed. Let's see. So both players, they're not too far apart, honestly. Ben does have a slight lead.
Yeah, making that tone better, but
Yeah.
they're still pretty close.
Yeah, so I think they entered about 1 or 2 seconds apart into the loops. And exit about 3 seconds apart. Ben has 1 extra banana right now, so he's winning the banana war. But Zojalyx doing a pretty good job as well. There's no serious mistakes from either player at this point. Let's hope it stays that way. I don't want another commentator's curse after that last one. That one really hurt me. Okay.
I think that hurt us both.
Yeah, so 34 lap for Ben. He had a very nice second lap.
Yeah. 34 lap is a pretty solid time.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know what happened there, but I think he got through pretty smooth. We'll be able to tell him the final lap time. Oh, Zojalyx with a small bonk. It does happen if you go in there a little too fast. And you don't drift away from that wall, or just aim away from it, you will bonk it. Looks like Ben's gonna finish up with about a 147? Yeah, 147.20.
And the PB!
I think that's the cartridge. It is.
Yeah.
his PB's 142.76. And
Crap,
Zojalyx
that's
with a
better
159. He's a really good Dark Moon. And that's it. That's 13-0. dalerben does take it over Zojalyx in a shutout. But both players had some really good showing.
Yeah, there was some tracks like this track and Spaceport Africa that I saw like closer than I expected.
Hello.
Hello. So GG's on that race.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Closer
you
than
got
I
some
expected.
PBs on there. That was really good. Hello.
I
Overall, I think you had a pretty good showing. So definitely GG's on that race. Would like to know about your picks. It seemed like you went a lot really default this time than you did in the past. At least in the last match. I think you had a pretty good showing.
My thought going into this match was I was like,
definitely
my first, when I was
would like to know
thinking back on yesterday and comparing it today, it was like, okay, I'm
did
primarily an all trophy
at least in
races
the last
runner,
match.
and yes, I had a couple of weird picks that I practiced a little bit, but when it comes down to it, I'm going to be more comfortable on those default tracks, and so I just went with that.
Oh, okay. That makes makes sense. And hello Ben, GG's on the win.
Thank you.
So I think both of you played, like I said, I think both of you played very well. Like, you did get one double PB, which is really good, especially at your level. It is quite difficult to PB in one tries. So I guess, how are both of you feeling especially Bennett, coming out of your first match in Zojalyx, as you have, I think, one last match against Nordic later in the week?
Yep.
Go ahead, Zojalyx.
I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, for each tournament, at least each match for me, I'm not expected to win, and I don't go into each match saying I need to win. I just go and I'm like, all right, I need to just, continue to just play the game and just keep doing better, because when it comes down to it, speedrunning is all about improving.
Yeah.
And so my goal for this tournament was to get competitive experience, understand the feeling and the mindset of what it is to do a competitive tournament, and then just to see how much I can improve in just the tracks that I'm doing.
That's a great mentality, honestly.
Yeah, it is. It's a nice way to think about it. Like, still getting better, and that's all you want to focus on. Instead of just trying to be better than someone else, you want to be better than what you previously were. And I respect that.
Yeah, that's...
Thank you.
That's a really just a note for anyone who's looking into speedrunning. That is such a great mentality, because there are leaderboards in every game that you will speedrun, usually, but you're not really speedrunning against other people. You're doing it against yourself in your previous time that you have. So that's really great. And Ben, looking ahead, especially because I know you have a match against, I guess your next match would be Nordic. I know you've planned it to have your final match be with Andy, which is going to be very exciting.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty exciting. Probably get nervous.
Yeah, so obviously I know you were a little nervous coming in. I'm guessing this probably helped a little bit to get a match under your feet?
I mean, a bit. I mean, you saw it at the beginning on Ancient Link. I was doing I was going all over the place because I was a bit nervous.
Yeah, you pulled it. You had two really good last laps on that. I could tell, at least on the first part of the lap, that you were a little shaky, but you pulled it together, and that was great to see.
Yeah.
So I think. See, I have no clue what's going on after this, or if this is the last. I think there's one more thing going on. We're gonna have there is an SM64 race coming up next.
Yes, 16 star, I think.
Okay, so we're gonna have a 16-star match.
Yeah, and it will be happening in around 10-15 minutes, so
yeah. So I guess, do any of you have last words you want to say going into, or any last words?
GG, Ben, and good luck against Nordic and Andy.
Thanks, and congrats on your PB.
Thank you. Congrats on your PBs as well.
Alright, so I think that's going to wrap it up here for DKR. Thank you guys so much for watching. GG's to both runners, and we'll see you next race.
which is around tomorrow at 3 p.m. EST, and I'll be commentating that one, so
Nice. Looking forward to that.
you'll be hearing again from me soon. So see you around. Enjoy Super Mario 64, and GG's to both role players for their PBs and their play.
And thank you for commentating with me. It's always fun.
You're so welcome. You basically held it together.
Thank you to commentators and restreamers for the match. That was fun.
Yes, thank you so much. Yep, longest goodbye ever. We'll see you guys later. Have a great night.
It's true. Alright. See you guys.